So if you haven't guessed, we're going to do the baby wipe technique. I have shared this before. I feel like every couple of years I bring it back because it's one of my favorite techniques. Just to kind of add something fun, a little bit different to your cards. So we're going to just take a baby wipe. Any baby wipes work. Get the cheap ones. And I am going to stick it on top of one of my large blocks. Now you could put it on a paper plate or stamp case, just something. You want a hard surface because we're going to make this into our ink pad. Now, 2 or 3 colors, I don't know, for some reason I always grab 3, and you're just going to go ahead and put 3 or 4 drops or so. I guess it kind of depends on how big of a stamp you're going to use. So we got Melon Mambo, Crushed Curry. Let's put a few of those dots on there. And then Highland Heather. We'll bring in a little bit of purple. I think this will show up. There we go. So there's our dots. Now don't worry, that might seem like a lot of ink. It's very little. I have never ever used up a whole re-inker in my life. Okay, this is now our stamp pad. So what we're going to do is bring in a piece of basic white that I'm going to stamp on, and we're going to use the Impressions of Bloom stamp set because what I wanted was something nice and bold. I think baby wipe technique really does work best if you've got a bold ink pad or a bold stamp so that you can really see all those colors. Now here's kind of the key. When you start stamping, you don't want to just go down and ink it up in the same spot. You want to move it around a little bit so those colors blend so you don't get like circles of color. So we're going to stamp it, and you notice how I'm just kind of moving it around. Not a whole lot because I don't want to completely muddy it up, but just moved it around a little bit, and then we're going to stamp it. Look at that fun color. Actually, I think this color combination probably looks a little retro, little 80s looking with this, especially with this stamp. I didn't get much purple. What if we come up here and try to grab a little bit more purple? And I'm just spinning it around so my flowers go in different directions. How fun is that? Then I am going to just, as we kind of complete these flowers, since this is a 2-step, we can do the solid center in Crushed Curry, and I'm going to go right on top of that with Crushed Curry as well.